Good afternoon, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to the Mesa City Council study session for the afternoon of May the 17th. All of our council is present for this meeting. The first item on our agenda for this study session is to review the items on the agenda for the meeting that follows this upstairs. Council, I know we had several presentations last Thursday. Are there anything on tonight's agenda that you'd like any additional information on or to discuss? I have received word that we have requests to speak on an item or two upstairs, so I believe we will be taking off of the consent agenda the food truck issue. I believe that's item 6A. Also, item 5H. Vice Mayor, you'd like to have that off consent? Mr. Freeman, we talked a moment ago about possibly taking the budget off the consent so that we could just offer some additional discussion on that?
Yes, please.
Okay. Remind me that which agenda item is the introduction? 8A? 8A? Okay. So we'll take 5H, 6A, and 8A off of the consent agenda. Also tonight we have public hearings on some zoning issues and also the 5-year CIP and the hearing on the DMA assessment. Council, any further discussion or questions on any of those items? Hearing none, let's talk about current event summary, meetings and conferences attended. I know you've all been very busy. Mr. Luna.
Thank you, Mayor. I attended the Phoenix East Valley Partnership, and which is different because it was both virtual as well as in person. So, no, I was virtual. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I did attend that, so that was good. And I also attended the, and I think Jen, both you and I were in the same meetings. It was the Mesa Arts Center virtual event, Arts and Service program, which honor many of our veteran artists. So that was a great event. That's it, Mayor.
I was also at the Phoenix East Valley Partnership meeting. I was there live and in person because I was there to introduce the video that I thought did a great job of highlighting and talking about the great work that our city did during the pandemic. So I was happy to do that. As long as I'm sorry?
It was a great video.
It was a great video. As long as I've got the floor, I'll say I also was pleased last week to attend an open house for the Native American Fatherhood and Families Association. They're very involved in our community court program, do a lot of great work in our community, and opened a brand new beautiful facility over on Southern. Also on Friday, the Mesa Contemporary Arts Museum, which was recent. I think I beat some of you guys to the punch. I saw some of you there. This was voted the best museum in the state by New Times. They launched a new exhibit. Everyone needs to go take a look at it. It's totally free. Looking for something fun and to do in the city, that's a great option. And then I was pleased to go to the Mesa High Baccalaureate last night, where Councilmember Spilsbury's daughter delivered a wonderful address. She's an outstanding woman, but great to see all the tradition associated with Mesa High. That's a great institution. Go Jackrabbits, that's right. Hopefully they'll still let me back at Westwood when having said that. So I'm sorry, I hope I didn't steal anyone's thunder. I hope both of you ladies will talk about the events that we shared in this week. Who'd like to go first?
I guess I will. Everyone's already said everything I was going to say, but I also attended the virtual. Mark, I did as well. We both joined late, so. And then we attended the Contemporary Arts Museum as well Friday night. My husband and I did, and that was really a neat exhibit. Well, there were several neat exhibits, so I also encourage you to go to that. And thank you, Mayor, for speaking at our baccalaureate last night. This is the week full of graduation events, so it's a fun week for all Mesa Public Schools kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, rough year for those kids, but at least they get a graduation, so things are getting somewhat back to normal, I think. Madam Vice Mayor?
You know, I was at all these the same events,
Yes.
the Phoenix East Valley Partnership. I was virtual so that I could also attend the Mesa Arts Center, the Arts and Service program, which is tremendous. the art was phenomenal, and is these veterans make the art and it's part of their and healing and expression and stuff like that. It's a very powerful program. I know some of our city partners like Boeing, and I know there's others that I think of, but they sponsor it and it's well appreciated in our community for sure. And the Contemporary Arts Museum, which I think is a very strong exhibit of a lot of the south of the border issues, and the art is tremendous. And it's a free museum, and the exhibition that we attended the opening reception on, the exhibition continues until August 8th.
Thank you. Anyone else like to share anything? Mr. Freeman?
Put me on the spot, but, I attended some of the same things that my colleagues did. So, I happened to ask the artist, he was from El Paso, Texas, so I go, how do you think of all these things? And I said, I bet you don't really sleep a whole lot at night. And he goes, I really sleep like 3 or 4 hours, and I'm working as an artist all the time. And so I was really impressed by his his display and things that he had. But he was an interesting individual. Really enjoyed visiting with him.
Great, thank you. Anything else, council? If not, Mr. Brady, what does our schedule of future meetings look like?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a reminder, we have a study session this Thursday. It will include a Mesa Housing Services Governing Board meeting. We'll also be having an executive session on Thursday. And then also following the executive session, following the study session, we'll have a public safety committee meeting. And also just share with council, we put out information recently, right now, that following the CDC guidelines, employees are no longer required to wear a mask in the workplace. It's optional, I should say it that way. We do have employees who choose to still wear the mask, and that's going on. There will be a message put out tomorrow about the public that is signed up for a lot of our summer programs and museums and libraries that for the public, the mask will also be optional for them. But as far as the general public coming into our buildings, we still haven't opened up the buildings for the general public to come in. It's usually by appointment, or it's through signing up for a program or coming into a library or a museum. So that's where we are today on that. Thank you. And we'll be coming down soon. Not soon enough, apparently.
All right, well, things are getting back to the way they were, aren't they? All right, council, if there's nothing else, is there a motion to adjourn this meeting? Thank you, Mr. Luna, seconded by Mr. Thompson. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. We are adjourned, and we will reconvene upstairs at 5:45.